Hi friends, we're back! And I'm back with more books. Okay, and today we have a few books with our friend Daniel Tiger. Okay, but before we get into those books, I wanted to remind our friends about the books that we read last time. Okay, so last time we read a few books on kindness and being a good friend. Okay, and these books were really good because it showed us ways that we can be kind to each other. It showed us ways that we can be a good friend, to be a good friend to all of our friends, and how to help to make sure that all our friends are happy and making sure that all of our friends are okay. Okay, if we remember this one, this was when the giraffe was scared of a spider. So he climbed up in a tree, and his friend Zebra was just like, but you're bigger than the spider. But Zebra still understood that the giraffe was still scared. So he waited until Giraffe was ready to come down from the tree. Okay? And once he did come down, Zebra was there the whole time. And Giraffe said, thank you, Zebra, for being there and waiting for me. And Zebra said, of course. Okay? So that was just one way that you can just be a kind friend. Okay? And like I said, don't forget, I also brought other friends here because they also wanted to hear some books with us. Okay? So let's jump into Daniel Tiger. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is Daniel Tiger, Friends Help Each Other. Okay? Friends help each other. Okay? Hi, neighbor. Today I am playing with Katerina, kitty cat. Meow, meow. Do you want to have a tea party? Asked Katerina. Oh, they're going to have a tea party. Let me get a chair for you, said Katerina. Oh, that's nice. So she's going to get a chair for Daniel so he can join her at the tea party. That's very nice and kind. That chair is heavy. I can help, says Daniel. Okay, so Daniel wanted to help Katerina with the chair. That's how you can be kind, helping each other. No, thank you, says Katerina. I can do it all by myself. Okay, so Daniel tried to help her, okay, but she said, I want to do it by myself. Okay. Oh, no. Katerina bumps the table with the chair. Everything falls on the floor. Okay, so she was trying to carry the chair by herself, but it was a little heavy, so when she bumped the table, everything fell on the floor. Okay, it was an accident, okay, but she really wanted to do it by herself, so that's why that happened. Okay, and even her mom came in and said, what happened? I made a mess, cried Katerina. Our tea party is ruined. Okay, so everything fell onto the floor. Okay? Everything fell onto the floor, friends. Maybe Daniel can help, said Henrietta. That's the kitty cat's mom. Yes, I can help. Okay. So look, you can help your friends out so that the tea party doesn't have to be ruined. Friends help each other. Yes, they do. Okay, so they're helping each other clean up the mess so that they can have their tea party. Because it's not ruined. Just a little accident happened. Tea time, says Katerina. I want to pour the tea by myself. Okay, so she's trying to pour the tea by herself. Okay, she's such a big girl. Okay, and it's okay. And it's nice that she likes to try things, to do things by herself. Oh no, Katerina spills the tea. Uh-oh, so she spilled some of the tea on the table. I can help clean the tea. Okay, so Daniel said, I can help you clean it up. Okay, so Daniel's being a great friend, helping her. Friends help each other. Yes, they do. Okay. Do you want me to pour more tea? Asked Henrietta. Yes, but this time I will not do it all by myself, said Katerina. Okay, so she said, yes, Mom, I'd like some help this time. Will you help me pour? Asked Katerina. Yes. Friends help each other. Yes, they do. I am happy I helped my friend today. Ugga mugga. Okay. Thank you for the story. Thank you very much. Hoo hoo. Okay, so this was a nice book. Okay, so Daniel came over to his friend Katarina's house for a tea party, and there were a few accidents, but luckily Daniel was being such a good friend that he was able to help his friend out when there was accidents. So like when she bumped the chair and it hit the table and it knocked everything on the floor, or when she was pouring the tea and it spilled and Daniel helped her wipe it up. Okay, so there are many ways that you can be kind and help your friends out. Okay, and Daniel did a really good job. Okay, so I'll see you at the next book, friends. Okay, see ya. Hi, friends. We're back. Okay, another Daniel Tiger book. This one is called Daniel Goes Out for Dinner. Okay. Oh, he's going out to a restaurant. Have you been to a restaurant before? What restaurant do you like? And what do you like to order?
Friends.
What do you like to order, friends? Do you go to restaurants? I love a good pizza restaurant or a place that has pasta or chicken. I know some of my friends love chicken nuggets. Okay, so let's jump in. Hi, neighbor. We are going out for dinner. Okay, so he's going out to dinner. It looks like he's going with his friend Katarina. Remember, they just had a tea party in the last book. I open my menu. What food do you think looks yummy? Okay, so there's a bowl of soup. There's a salad. There's some spaghetti. There's a grilled cheese sandwich. There's some grilled chicken and broccoli. And some fish and broccoli. Okay, what do you think Daniel's going to get? I want the chicken and broccoli. Yum. Okay, so he's going with the chicken and broccoli. Okay, he wanted the chicken and broccoli, friends. We tell our waiter what we want to eat. Our waiter will bring the food to the table. Okay, so the waiter took their orders. Okay, and so they will bring them their food. Now we have to wait for our food to be cooked. It is very, very hard to wait. Okay, they're like, oh, we gotta be patient. But sometimes it's hard. My mom knows what we can do. When you wait, you can play, sing, or imagine anything. Okay, so their mom gave them something to do while they wait for their food. But what can we do at the table? They're like, what can we do? What do you think they should do, friends? You can play a quiet sit-down game, says my dad. We can play What is Missing, says Katarina. Okay. Look at the things on the table. Katarina hides one of the things. Okay, so you have the salt shaker, the ketchup bottle, a fork, and a napkin. I think something's gonna go missing. What is missing? What's missing, friends? The salt. It was the salt shaker. She hid it. That was fun. But the food is still not here and we still have to wait. Okay, they're like, oh, we're still waiting. What should we do while we wait? When you wait, you can play, sing, or imagine anything. We can imagine that things on the table can play with us. Oh, so look, it's like everything came to life. Like everything came to life. Like Toy Story, when the toys come to life. And look, we do not have to wait anymore. The food is here. It is time to eat. Okay, so the waiter brought them their food. It's time to eat. I am glad I waited for my food. It is so yummy. Okay, so Daniel has his chicken and broccoli. And it looks like Katarina has her spaghetti and meatballs. Yum, yum, yum. I can play, sing, or imagine anything to make waiting easier. Okay, so the next time they go to a restaurant, they'll know what to do. Okay? Thank you for the story. Thank you very much. Hoo hoo. Okay, and this book was good because this book showed how Daniel and his friend Katerina can be patient. Okay, and sometimes being patient can be hard. It can be boring. Okay, it can seem like something that's taking such a long time. But once you're patient about it, you're like, oh, I did such a good job. I was a big boy or a big girl, and I was patient, and I didn't cause a fuss. Okay, and you get what you want. Okay, so he went out to dinner. Okay, and he was patiently waiting for his food, and once it got there, he was so happy because it was so yummy. Okay? Okay, see you later, friends. Hi, friends. We're back. Okay, and next up we have Daniel gets scared. Okay, so let's see what happened. How come he got scared? Hi, neighbor. It is raining. Do you like the rain, friends? The rain can be calming and relaxing. Unless you're outside and you forget your umbrella. Then it can be very, very wet. What about you all? Do you like the rain? It depends. Oh, the owl is here to play. We are splashing in the puddles. Oh yeah, puddles. I do like to splash in puddles. Okay, and so does Daniel Tiger and his friend Oh the Owl. We like to jump in puddles together. 1, 2, 3, jump! Okay, they're being little froggies. Hey friends, playing in the puddles. Okay, and they have their rain gear on, so they're not getting too wet. Splash, splash, because they're doing a lot of splashing. Okay, it's a good thing they have on their rain boots, their rain jacket, and their rain hat. Boom! We hear thunder. It is loud. It is scary. It was like, whoa, what was that? Yeah, thunder can be scary sometimes, and it is very loud. Time to go inside, calls Mom. Okay, so Mom said time to come inside. Okay, so they were outside playing, and then they heard the thunder. So Mom said it's time to come inside. Did you have fun? Mom asked. It got dark, and then we heard a boom. We got scared, said Daniel. Okay, so they all stopped playing, and then they heard the loud thunder, and it scared them. So they were having fun, but then they got scared. There is something I do when I'm scared, says Mom. What do you do, I ask. Okay, so what does Daniel's mom do when she gets scared? When you are scared, says Mom, close your eyes and think of something happy. Oh. I close my eyes and I think about playing with Tiggy. Playing with Tiggy makes me happy. I feel less scared now. Okay? So Daniel closed his eyes. Okay? He's like, oh, I gotta think of something happy. Okay? He loves playing with his stuffed animal Tiggy. Okay? That's a stuffed animal Tiggy. Okay? So that's his friend he likes. Oh, the owl closes his eyes. He thinks about books. Books make me happy. He feels a little less scared now. Okay, so the owl, he likes reading books. Like we're reading a book. Okay, and then that makes him less scared. Boom! We hear more thunder. It scares us again. Uh-oh, so they went to go hide behind the pillows. Because it was more thunder and it was loud. What did your mom say to do when you're scared? Asked the owl. When you are scared, close your eyes and think of something happy. Okay, so don't forget, if something makes you scared, just close your eyes for a second. Okay, and think of something happy. I am thinking about books, said Old Owl. And I am thinking about playing with Tiggy. Okay, so they closed their eyes and they were thinking of happy things. Okay, so if they wouldn't be scared. We feel less scared now. What makes you happy? Okay, so Daniel asks, what makes you happy? Okay, So you can think for a second and close your eyes and think of all the things that make you happy. Maybe it's butterflies or pizza, or maybe it's your mom and dad, or maybe you have a stuffy like Daniel has his friend Tiggy, okay? Or maybe you like books like Old Owl, okay? What makes you happy? What makes you happy, friends? I'm happy when we all get to read together. That makes me happy. When you are scared, close your eyes and think of something happy. Ugga mugga. Thank you for the story. Thank you very much. Hoo hoo. Okay, so this was a good book because sometimes we all get scared. Okay, and Daniel and his friend Old Owl, they were scared of the thunder. Okay, they were outside playing and then all of a sudden they heard a big boom. And it was the thunder and it made them scared. But Daniel's mom told them, when you think of something scary, when something scary is happening, just take a second and maybe you can close your eyes and think of something happy so that you won't be as scared. Okay? So, it's a good thing to keep in mind. That was a good one. Okay? Okay, we got one last book next. Okay? So, see you there. See you, friends. Hi, friends. Okay? Here is our last Daniel Tiger book. Okay? And this one is called Daniel Plays at School. Hi, neighbor. Welcome to my school. Oh, we get to go to Daniel Tiger School. Do you want to play? Asked Miss Elena. Yes. Okay, so his friend Miss Elena asks if he wants to play with him. Play with her. I want to build a train. Miss Elena wants to build a spaceship. We want to build different things. Uh-oh. Okay, so they're supposed to be playing together, but they want to build different things. Okay? So look, Daniel wanted to play with trains. Miss Elena wanted to make a spaceship for her astronaut. What should we do? We asked Teacher Harriet. She says, try to solve the problem yourself. You will feel proud. Okay, so they went to their teacher and said, Teacher, I want to play with trains, but Miss Elena, she wants to build a spaceship. What should we do? So the teacher said, maybe you can figure it out on your own. Okay, so she asked for them to be big girl and the big boy to figure out what are they going to do about their problem. We talk about our problem. We have an idea. We build a space train. Oh. So one wanted to build a train and one wanted to build a spaceship. So they decided to just build a space train. That sounds pretty cool. This block is the engine. These are the rockets. And these blocks are the wings. Whoa, it sounds like they're building something so cool. We did it! Okay. They built their space train. Okay. Good job. Okay, and they worked the problem out by themselves. Good job. How do you feel? Teacher Harriet asks. We feel proud. Okay, they feel proud because they had a problem. Okay, but they worked together so that they can solve the problem. It is time for our space train to blast off. Whoa. Prince William wants to play with us. Miss Elaine will drive the train. Okay, so now they got more friends coming with them. Okay, so they did a good job. Okay, working out their problems. So now everybody gets to play. Okay, and they're playing nicely. They're being kind. Okay, working together. And they're having fun. I will be a space alien. I will wear this green jacket. Okay, so they're using their imagination. Okay, I think they landed on a special planet. Prince William wants to be a space alien too. We both want to wear the jacket. What should we do? Uh-oh, they have another problem. They both want to wear the jacket. But there's only one. Try to solve the problem yourself, and you will feel proud. Okay, so instead of going to a grown-up, they're saying, maybe we can all work together to solve this problem by ourselves. And then we will feel proud that we did it. We have an idea. We can both wear the jacket. We are a silly space alien together. Oh, they worked out their problem. Okay? So they both wanted to wear the jacket, but it was only one. Okay? So they decided to be a space alien together. Okay? So now they're both in the jacket. Now we can blast off to space school. Okay, so everybody's back happy again. I liked solving problems at school today. Okay, so it made him proud. Ugga mugga. Okay, the end. Thank you for the story. Thank you very much. Hoo hoo. Okay, friends. So those are all of our Daniel Tiger books. Okay, and all the Daniel Tiger books, they all taught us something different. This one was pretty cool because we got to go to Daniel's school and we got to see how he plays. And we also got to see how he solves problems. Okay, so him and his friend, they wanted to build different things. So they decided to work together to build one thing. Okay, and then his friend and him wanted to wear the same jacket. Okay, but unfortunately it was only one. So they decided, oh, we can be silly and wear it together. Okay, and that was what a good friend does. Okay, so I like Daniel Tiger. He's a really good friend. Okay, see you later, friends.